child, I can't even get a good drink my coffee and shit, child, because we gotta talk about what Block had said about his own daughter, Riley, talking about how you gon' ask me for child support and you richer than me. Oh, I guess he was talking about Kandi. Um, I'm gonna look at this from two different sides, right? On the one side, which is the obvious, like, socially acceptable answer, like, that's your child, you know, you had her, she doesn't live with you, you need to help pay for the finances, so we're gonna put you on child support. That's one. Let's look at the other side, which is Block's side. Kandi is a multimillionaire. Kandi makes so much more money than him. Why do you need child support to take care of Riley when you make enough money? And real talk, you charging me child support is gonna fuck up my finances, and because I have other children over here. So I see both sides in the situation, right? And it also came out during the interview that he has 5 other children, and I guess 3 of them are girls, and they live with him, and they've always lived with him till graduation. And I don't know if he said there might be jealousy, which there might be, that would be understanding, right? And so maybe there's a spitefulness from Kandi and Riley in order to get the money. And I think actually in one of the seasons, I think it was a season ago, last season, Riley said, I want my money, like, take him to court so I can get my money. And I was like, oh shit. And I guess all that money that would go to Kandi or whatever that he owed back child support would actually go to Riley. So all that money would go to Riley. So Riley, as an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, was like, shit, yeah. I want this money, shit, give it to me. And but the thing about it is Riley doesn't have a relationship with her father, right? So she never saw him. I think even in early seasons, when she was like a little kid, she said something. She was like, I don't care if I have a dad or not. And I was just like, wow, because he was never there. And even in later seasons, it was so awkward when they would come, or Block would come around, and to see how Riley acted, she would clam up, just get super just uncomfortable. And then they released that song, Better Late Than Never. It's a really awkward situation, and he feels some type of way about it because, they're saying, oh, well, how are you going to talk about your daughter publicly like that? But then again, you have to look and you go, okay, well, on the show, Kandi has brought up Block numerous times. And he probably feels like, well, shit, since you're putting my shit out there, why not, put your shit out there as well? And I totally get it. I totally get it from both sides. I'm not a parent. I can't tell, certain people how to feel. Like, I don't know if I was rich, like Kandi level rich, and I had a baby daddy that was there, and I'm, taking care of the kid and I can do it by myself. I don't know if I would put him on child support. I don't know. To me, it just kind of seems, well, it is what he owes. I guess the thing is, just because you can do something doesn't mean you ought to do something, right? It's not like Kandi's a struggling mom, trying to get it together and is working and yada, 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 trying to take care of the child. No, she's a multi-billionaire. If she doesn't get, like, first of all, Riley's over 18. So she made it, right? She's over 18. So Kandi was able to provide for Riley, very nice, and to be able to have 2 children, get married, buy a house. So she's doing very well and profiting, even though she's taking care of Riley. So let's just be real talk over there. And honestly, another real talk. How is this going to affect Riley and Block's relationship going forward, right? Because yes, they're father and daughter, but unfortunately, money fucks up families, right? So he probably feels some sort of way about Riley. Riley feels some sort of way about him because he wasn't there. Now the question is, why wasn't he there? Was Kandi keeping him away from Riley? Was, he really just a deadbeat father? But he did say that the other 5 children he had lived with him all throughout the time. So what that says to me is that Kandi said, no, I don't want her living with him. So it's just messy. It's just really, really messy. To be honest, I'm not really the biggest Kandi fan. I think she's entitled as fuck. I don't know why Bravo likes her so much. Her voice irritates me. She can't really sing that good. She's passive aggressive as fuck. She's a control freak. I just don't really care for her at all. But she's been able to stay on the show and she's been able to do what she did. And Kandi's the whole family's just a weird thing, right? The way Mama Joyce constantly comes for Todd about his finances and how, Kandi just sits back and allows that to happen, like disrespecting her husband. Like what it feels to me is like Kandi will put her man on the back burner for her mother and her daughter, which, okay, what I've heard, I'm not married, I don't have kids, but one of the things, people do often is obviously put their children above their marriage, which they say you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to put your marriage above your, being your children. Not to say you don't love your child or you love their child less than your spouse, but it's just a different love. And let's just be real talk. Like the husband and the wife are supposed to grow old together. Like your kids are gonna grow up and get out of the house and da 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 da. So what if you've given all your love and support to this child, neglected your marriage, that child gets out of the house, and what kind of marriage is left? So, I think Kandi needs to put Todd on the same level. And even so, like the way Todd operates, his parenting, it's just different. Like the fact that he didn't want to give Kayla an allowance, like Kandi gives Riley, they raise different. Like Riley is spoiled as fuck. Riley is a spoiled ass girl. Kayla isn't. She came, I don't know, I guess she came from not, and she became, and she's cool. I like Kayla. I like Kayla a lot. I feel like sometimes she might feel like the black sheep because she's always just kind of in the background, and Mama Joyce during that wedding really treated her so bad to the point where even Kandi was like, Mom, that's a kid. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was the only time that Kandi really checked her mom. Really. Remember that in the wedding? Drop down in the comments if you remember that in the wedding. Yeah, it's a tricky situation. It's really tricky. Have you noticed, like Kandi, that's her only storyline is her family. But I guess that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. But Kandi has been able to really make this show capitalize her because she could literally leave this show and be good. Like she doesn't need this show. And I think that's what Bravo knows, and that makes you in the bargaining table more valuable and to have more leverage. Because a lot of these broads, this show is like their only or their main source of income. Without their show, they're really nothing. Like their claim to fame, i.e. Nene. Okay. I was gonna say Kim, but Kim, when we met her, even though she wasn't married, she had a sugar daddy, Big Papa. So she could have left and been with Big Papa and lived off Big Papa's money. She got off the show, but then again, she has her own show. She got married to the NFL player with a nice ass, Croy. But I don't know if he's actually playing anymore. Drop down in the comments and let me know Croy's still playing for the NFL. I don't keep up with the NFL. But Croy does have a nice ass. Doesn't he have a nice ass? I think he has a really, really nice ass. Also, drop down in the comments and let me know if you think he has a nice ass. I wonder if we're going to get more information about Block during this season of Housewives. I don't know if they're still currently filming. I think they do. I think filming and the premiere kind of coincide for like a couple weeks, and then it's done. So perhaps this will be something that they're going to talk about, because the actual season starts May 1st. I'm so excited. So they're probably finishing filming up. So yeah, I'm so excited. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here, guys, and talk about this because it really kind of like touched my spirit a little bit, because it's sort of, that's another story chat. I don't want to get too personal, honey, but anyway, y'all, thank you. I love you guys so much. Bye.